Alrighty, morning everyone, and welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel on another beautiful day. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, I was sick. Not that corona stuff, not that I would care, but no, not that, just sickness. Okay, fair enough, I also didn't test myself because why the freak would I? But, just your normal winter flu kind of stuff. But now I'm somewhat well again, you might hear it in my voice. Still, it's not great, and I'm probably not going to make a long video because of that. Yeah, but it's alright, and we're gonna make do. And in today's video, I just kind of wanted to talk about my views on gold and silver and why I stack them for things like my personal freedom, for example, because freedom is something that is very important to me, and I think that most of you can probably relate to that. And apparently even the people in China can relate to that nowadays because, well, they've had enough of that shit over there, so good on you, people. Anyways, but in today's video, I just want to kind of go about and talk with you about my reasons for stacking gold and silver, why I'm doing that, what that has to do with my past, and how it will hopefully positively influence my future, but you never know. Anyways, first, we're going to talk about the stuff that I brought for you today. First of all, that's a one complete tube of Silver American Eagles, 2019 Eagles. These are, I think, well, it's the wrong side. Anyways, I think they're 2019 Eagles because this is one of the only tubes that I have. I really don't have a lot of them because the markup on those was always very high in Europe, and yeah, that's pretty much the reason why I didn't buy a lot, which I kind of regret now because now it's even higher and I wanted more of them. But oh well, that's how life goes sometimes. Next thing we've got here is a 100 grams Agosi gold poured bar. Really cool bar. I love poured bars. I'm not a really big fan of minted bars. For me, it's just the poured stuff and the stuff that looks a little bit imperfect. I like that kind of stuff. And then we've got a Perthman 50 years of moon landing anniversary coin. And, I'm probably going to get these people in the comments. I don't give a crap if it was faked, okay? Just let me tell you that I really do not care. I like this coin, I like the design. I don't care if it's real or not. That's just kind of what I gotta say about that. And then we've got a Myths and Legends from the year of 2022. Yeah. Don't really have a lot to say about that. Royal Mint, bad quality. It's pretty much the only thing that really describes this. I don't really want to show it up close because it looks ugly. But anyways, it could have been a nice coin if it was treated a little bit more nicely. So, stacking gold and silver. Now, there's a lot to talk about that, and I can't do that today because my voice is going to leave me. But basically, why I started stacking gold and silver when I was still very young, and I am still quite young, but when I started stacking gold and silver like over 10 years ago, I basically did that because I liked the look of the coins, right? Basically just that. But that has changed quite a bit because the world has changed quite a bit. Or maybe not, maybe the world hasn't changed a lot, but it's become way more apparent that there's a lot wrong with it. And I had to basically leave the country that I was living in before. And I'm just worried that I might have to do that again in the future. We'll see. Most likely, yes, at this pace, because, the world is kind of turning into, yeah, you know what I mean. But the main reason that I'm stacking gold and silver today is because it can take up a good chunk of the money that I have, the money that I worked for, and the money that I really don't want to lose because it was very hard to get it. And I can put it in there. I can put it in a bar like this, right? I can put it in there, and it's a very, very small piece. And I can take that and I can go pretty much wherever I want to. Because some people saying, oh, borders and stuff. Yeah, go ahead, go to a border, look what's there. I'm gonna almost guarantee you that you can cross almost every single border in the world nowadays, with, some exceptions like communist borders pretty much. But, the main thing is it's really easy to cross borders nowadays. And this is perfect for doing so if you really get into a very bad situation. So that's why I love gold in these sizes. Probably, I'd much rather have some smaller sizes, like, but these are more expensive, right? I paid exactly spot for that, and that's already been quite a few months ago. Pretty much, I think it's been like a year ago. So this bar is obviously worth a lot more now than it was, but that's beyond my point. I would have rather had smaller pieces because it's obviously easier to trade with these, but they are also quite expensive. And I do have some, but I also do have some bigger chunks just because, yeah, why on earth not? And you're just getting way more gold for your money, so might as well. With silver, I really intend silver to be a trading thing for me, right? If I ever need it, I can buy stuff with that. I can trade stuff for that. It's not really buying if you're just trading a metal for another good. But I think that's reasonable to assume that I can do that in the event that I need it and in the event that I have everything that's necessary to me, because you can't go into trade if you don't have a base for that. What I basically mean with that, if you're starving, you can't gamble with, you can't negotiate with someone about a piece of bread. You just need that, and you need to get it, right? And so if you get into that situation, silver is not going to be worth a lot, because the person on the other side is basically just going to be able to ask whatever they want to. If you're not starving and you want to buy a piece of bread, you can basically tell him to go F himself if he's asking like a tube of silver for a piece of bread, right? But if you're starving, you can't really do that, because otherwise you're gonna starve. So you need a foundation for that. But after that, I think it's a great thing to trade in case things go bad, pretty much, right? That's just basically my idea behind that. And so there is that. With coins like these, for example, semi-numismatic coins and stuff like that, I really just buy them because I also sometimes want to buy something that I really like. And another thing that I do with those is I finance big parts of my stack. I buy coins that I know are going to go up in value. I was never wrong, not even once. I buy them, I keep them for a few years, sometimes even only a few months, and I sell them, and then I buy bullion stuff for that, or I just cycle it back into the newer generation of these, whatever is the best fit at the time. And that worked really well, and that's also the reason why I don't really make a lot of money, but I can still buy something like this, because I've been doing that for a good chunk of years, and it works very well. So if you want to try it, go ahead. Right. And then we've, of course, got stuff like this with very little markup on the spot price, but still a little bit. Pretty much the same thing as this, right? Just a little bit different, because I sometimes also buy that for staking purposes. But yeah, usually just no. So there's that. And so yeah, that's pretty much my reasoning behind buying the things that I have. I had to do something very drastic in the past before. Most of you that live in remotely like free countries probably don't, right? But it's still good to have the option to just go, right? And that's why I don't really like real estate and stuff like that. Even though I do have a house now, I won't buy another one. It doesn't matter how much money I make. I won't buy another one. I don't care. I'm only buying stuff that I can move, because moving is what I had to do very quickly in the past. And so, yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do in the future. And I hope that we can keep our freedom. I hope that you can keep your freedom. I hope that I can keep my freedom. And I hope that the government just leaves us the F alone for once. Just leave me alone. Leave everyone alone that wants to be left alone. Can't be that hard, can it? Well, apparently it is. Today's just one of these days where I'm a little bit frustrated. I hope you don't mind that. It's going to be like that sometimes, because no one's perfect, right? And everyone's got bad days every now and then. And but yeah, this is just what I do. I try to do the best for me and for my friends and family, which is basically, I just value that the same. Friends are as important to me as family, and I want them to at least have a decent chance at life, right? Because as it stands right now, a lot of people won't. So that's great. But yeah, I'm just gonna do my best to do that, basically, and to support them. And I think that this is a major part of it, because this is gonna keep me being able to buy stuff, even maybe if we don't have a currency anymore, or if you gotta leave a country and you don't have that currency where you're going, things like that, right? Not that big of a deal in the US. I know the US is massive. You can go to a lot of places, but over here in Europe, places are lacking the the amount of privacy, one would probably say. It's just densely populated over here, and living here when things aren't going the way you would like them to, gets tough, right? So there's that. But anyways, I really hope you can understand where I'm coming from. If you don't, that's not too bad, right? Because this is just my opinion. You can have your opinion, whatever. But please leave me mine as well, because I'm gonna leave you with yours. And as long as we can leave ourselves and one another alone with it, just let us and other people live our lives, I think it's all gonna be good. Unfortunately, a lot of people can't do that nowadays. So if you maybe are one of these persons that can't do that, why not work on that? I think that's a good thing to work on, just to leave other people alone, to have your opinion, but to also leave other people alone with theirs. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Have a fantastic week. And if you want to comment something or have any questions, you can do that in the comments, right? Write it there and I'm going to answer it as always. If you want to, you can rate the video, like a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you might want to do. And you can also subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss any other rambling videos. So have a fantastic week and I'll see you next time.